Hey everyone, my name is Dylan. I go by Malthus, Fort Malthus, Lord Malthus. That's my YouTube handle. Uh, but today I wanted to talk to you guys. Let me get my camera set up a little bit. I want to talk to you guys about how my partner Andrew and I run our Printify store and some of the stuff we learned when we first got started that would be really helpful for somebody who also is just getting started. So, whenever you first get on, how about this? Printify is a service that allows print on demand for shirts, stickers, all sorts of stuff. We'll go over all that in a little bit. The nice thing about it is you come up with your designs. So, cat stuff about coffee, or for us, it's Warhammer stuff. And you upload your designs, and they will make the products for you. So it's actually really nice because it makes it so you don't have to have inventory on hand, and they make it to order. So if somebody orders one of our shirts, they make it uh, within a day or two and send it out. No real issue on our part. And we'll talk about how the money works here in a little bit. So let me go ahead and get ourselves. This is just like the home screen. You're going to go to my store and you're going to sign up. Give me 1 second. I will get our dude locked in. Okay, so here's our store, right? As you can see, these are all product listings. And what we do is we have it linked to our Etsy store over here. Okay. You can link it to all sorts of different stores, Shopify, the TikTok shop. It's a little bit more complicated than Etsy, but we do Etsy because it's fairly easy, and it makes it very easy to run the store. So we'll look at a couple of things while we're here. So we have dashboard that'll take you to like how much money you've paid to Printify. For us, it's like $1,700. It'll also show you what's trending, and it'll give you some like informational tips. I don't really use them a lot. I have picked up a few things from their informational webinars and stuff, but honestly, a lot of that stuff you're going to come by in time anyway. The next big part is the catalog. So you're going to go through here and you'll find all sorts of cool stuff to put your designs on. Um, I would highly recommend that unless you have a particular niche that you want to fill, stick to the simple stuff. Stick to shirts, stick to stickers if you're going to do stickers. Um, and mugs are always good too. But like let's say you want to do a shirt. So you're going to go to men's shirts, t-shirts. As you can see, they got lots of different options here. Okay? So you go into t-shirts and there's going to be just so many different ones. Okay? These are all different types of shirts, thickness, durability, quality. Okay? The things that are nice is that it breaks down like the minimum production price on each one. And then it also gives you what the Printify premium price is. This is a. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. My apologies. My son was very upset upstairs, and I wanted to make sure that he didn't need anything. He's only 4, and he's on the spectrum, so we have to be really careful with him. But anyway, so another cool feature is that after you find shirts you like, so like we love this Gildan 64,000 medium weight shirt, good profit margin, great quality, right? So you can favorite it and it'll show up in like a little favorites area so you don't have to keep searching for it every time. Highly recommend that. What you're going to want to do the first couple shirts you get, you're going to want to get a couple different varieties and you're going to want to order samples. We'll talk about that in a little bit. What that'll do is it'll let you get the shirt and like wear it, see how it feels, see where your print area is to make sure that everything looks good. And we do that a lot. We've done it 5 or 6 times now. We've been going for about a year, and every time we've done it, the shirts have been amazing. It just reinforces, you know, our like how we like the shirts. We do the same thing with our stickers. So so you can go in here, and also another thing they do is around holidays they'll go in here and they'll make things that are kind of like special for that holiday. So, throw pillows for Valentine's Day, little canvases, and they'll also kind of loop things together that are typical gifts. So I love this little stuffed animal. You can like actually put a little logo on his shirt and stuff like that. There's also jewelry because it's Valentine's Day. So this is kind of a fun thing to look through every once in a while. I kind of check it on the weekly because it's when they add new stuff. Uh, Also, if you want to save even more money, you can go to the Printify choice section. However, I've found that it's not worth the few dollars you're saving. Instead, I would highly recommend picking a shirt that you really like, or picking a scarf or a blanket that you really trust that they're going to get the quality high on, because that's what's going to be reviewed is the quality of your stuff. So the other thing we do a lot of is stickers, and we do obviously this one because I favorited it. So if you like come in here, right, it'll show you the name of the company that's producing it. So you just come down here and you can see a rating. It's broken up into three categories: quality, production, and stock reliability. So certain things like higher end, they don't have to be produced as fast because people expect a more expensive product to take longer to get to them. But if it's something like stickers, you want high production speeds and high quality because it's like a $4 sticker and people want it to show up fast and they want it to look good. So we love Spoke. We use them a lot. All you're going to do is you're going to do start design on here. And what you'll do is you'll upload your images over here. So like here's all of our images. We have lots. Andrew does all the designs for us. We did use a couple AI generated ones just to make ridiculous shirts per request from some customers, but we generally just do illustrations like this. We typically try to stay pretty simplistic, but you know. Aside from that, what you're going to do is all you'll have to do is once it's uploaded, you click on it and it'll bring it up into your thing. Okay. So this is a 2x2 sticker. If you go over here and you click on these, you can offer different sizes. And I recently learned this: if you go up to product variants, this is especially important for stickers. This will let you click on the different sizes to select them. But you can also go to surface and turn off if you don't want transparent or white background stickers. This can help reduce confusion on your store. We've had a ton of people who are like, "Oh, I didn't mean to buy transparent stickers." They have, they're actually transparent. We're like, "Well, you clicked on it. There's not much we can do." So that's something. If you find yourself getting a lot of negative reviews about that, you could just come in here and turn it off. So once you've got your design on here, all you're going to really do is make sure that there's a little bit. So if you look at his hair over here, right, there's no gap between the borderline and his hair. And then let's go down. There it is. As you can see, his shadow has no border. So what I always do, give me a second. Not doing what I want. Let's take Bruce here. So what you want to do is you want to give just a little bit of white space on every single side. And yes, that'll make your sticker slightly smaller, but it'll guarantee that it peels right, which is really important. So like on this one, as you can see, there's white on every side. That means that there's going to be a peelable side on every side, and nothing's going to get hung up on it. And so all you'll do is you'll go in here and preview it. And so like this is what it would look like if they bought a transparent 3x3. Okay? It's really accurate. They do a really good job. This is what it would look like. I have a bunch on my computer right now. If my webcam was longer, like the cord, I would be able to show you it, but I can't. They do a really good job. And then the white ones, these are my favorite. Look at this. I mean, like, they look amazing. If it'll load. So it's like high definition. It looks exactly like the thing you upload. Okay? These are what we try to sell. And that's by far the most product, like the highest volume product we sell. So what you do is once you're pretty good with all of this, you'll go to Save Product, and that'll kick you into the next screen where you'll pick what you want your thumbnail image to be. I always do white for stickers because I want it to be high contrast. And then I always usually do the 3x3 because it's a good size. You'll come down here, you'll do a custom name, you'll do a custom description. Leave anything that has these little colons, I would leave most of it. Read through it and see if it's something that either you're not offering all of the different varieties, or sometimes it'll have things that are meant for the seller, like us, and you'll delete that part. So like it might have instructions on properly fitting the sticker design. You just delete that and move on. When it comes to shipping, you're going to go down here. You're going to let it automatically do it on shipping. Just a note, on Etsy, we do not give free shipping. It has no material difference on our sales. It does, however, add a ton of extra work if you want to add free shipping. And what we've noticed, especially on stickers, so there's a big difference between somebody buying a $4 sticker than and paying for shipping separately, than somebody paying like $9 for a sticker because the shipping is built in. That also hurts international sales because they'll actually have to pay for shipping to their country. So they're paying full price plus shipping built in on the sticker plus international shipping. So don't do that. Just charge for shipping. It's not a big deal. Etsy will yell at you, but we've seen no material changes. You can go in here, and what we like to do for products like this, we do a percent margin. And so it gives you a really good breakdown. This is how much, if we charged a 40% margin, they're going to charge us this much to make the sticker. We're going to get this much cash, but this does not factor in like Etsy fees. We were charging 65% profit margin. So we were charging, or we are currently charging 65%. I'm sorry. So the retail price is $4 for a sticker, but Etsy eats a lot of that. Etsy eats like 40 cents to process the payment, and it takes like 50 cents in like just general fees. And so we end up getting about $1 a sticker. And it kind of sucks. But we also don't want to gouge our people because they're the greatest customers ever for buying with us. So what we do instead on like shirts, we have a goal of making like a $10 profit on a shirt. So we charge 12, which gets us right about the right amount. It's a little bit, the more money that you charge on your item, the less like the payment issues from Etsy affect you, and the more like the actual transaction fee, which is 6.5%, affect you. So you'll have to get used to that on Etsy. If you use Shopify, there's nothing like that, and if you use TikTok Shop, it's got its own things. So then you'll just go down here, and there's all sorts of like updating things. And so for the first time, you want to just go ahead and publish. It'll do everything. Oh, I got my son coming down. Everything okay, bud? I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so welcome back. Had to put the kids down for bed. Basically, what I want to go over now is we're going to go over making a shirt, which is probably the most common thing you're going to sell on here, and also uploading a file. So, we're going to go to a men's clothing. We're going to go to that shirt that I like a lot. So, unlike the sticker option, this one has a lot more options on who can make it. So as you can see, there's lots of different, each one of these is a company, okay? And one of the nice things, if you're not US based, or you do a lot of business outside of the United States, you can pick a company that's in your home country, or at least in the vicinity. So like there's a lot of like there'll be like a German option, which would get you EU shipping at a reduced rate. So for us, we're US based. Most of our business is US. We actually use bu- 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 sorry, hold on. We use Monster Digital. We've never had an issue with them. They do a very good job, and they are extremely professional. As you can see, they're not the highest rated, but we've never had an issue. So what you'll do is you'll pick your provider, and it'll show you like all the different colors that they provide. So like Print Clever. If you're in the UK, you could do this. They'd have a lot of different colors you can choose from and everything, but we like Monster Digital. So you're gonna do Start Design, and what you can do. So like these are all the ones we've already uploaded, like we had for the other one. But you can do like New Design, and you can go. They have an AI image generator. I've never really played around with it at all, and you can also do text. So we'll do this. Here, let me go over here. I gotta make sure I don't bombard you guys with too many pictures of my kids. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, so this is the old icon for my YouTube channel. Let's say I wanted to make a little shirt for him, right? And the nice thing, the features it has is like those red lines show you where it's centered. So this means it's symmetrical in all directions. This is like a vertical symmetry. This would be like horizontal symmetry. Everything okay?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. They're asleep? Oh. So what you'll do is you'll find your thing over here, and you can do a preview and see what it would look like. This isn't great. I mean, it's a pretty low resolution picture. Let's change that out for one of our higher resolution designs, like our puppy here. So what you can do is you can resize him. You can move him a little bit. And then you can also go in here and do some other stuff. So let's do custom text. And we'll move him back. On the text, we'll move the text up here so we can see it. And we'll make it the Emperor Goodest Boy. My wife is twerking on the couch, and she's trying to distract me because she's evil. So as you can see, this is a real basic design, but it has a lot of options in here for like fonts, tons of options, and then also color and other stuff that you can do to it. You can do fine tuning over here, and so then you just go into preview, make sure it looks like what you want. Then you'd go over here, and you go to colors, and you can choose whatever colors you want. We do a lot of like block colors. So like this is a really nice color. Sometimes we'll do some gold, but we tend to stick to the more neutral ones. So white, black is generally our poster boy color. We do a lot of tans, and like these heathers are nice because they're like a nice workout color. And then what you'll do is if you want, you can do an inner label. So like we could do our logo in here, and it's really nice and pretty. It does add a slight amount of cost, so that's just something to keep an eye on. And then also a lot of them have like back designs. Now every time you add an image, so like if I do just front, that's one cost. It adds a little bit to do a neck one, adds a little bit more to do a backside. And so then you just do save product, and you would choose which color you want to be like your title image. So we would do like this nice blue, and it would update all these pictures. and you can kind of pick which ones you want to go onto your Etsy page. Then you would do all this stuff again, just like before. You'd do select all, and on shirts, I like to do an edit profit. So like if you were only offering one size, you could do an edit price, and it would set the price for every single shirt to be that same one. We usually do edit profit because different sizes have different profit margins. And then also you could do just a straight profit margin, but I don't generally like to do this for shirts because it's a higher ticket item. I would much rather just be like, yeah, we're going to make $12 a shirt. Okay. And then you would just do publish. So let's go over a few of the, when you're starting a Printify, especially with Etsy, you're going to want to set up a secondary bank account, because I did a very rudimentary chart here. Whenever you do Printify, you have your bank account here in the middle. Let's say you have $100 in there. Anytime somebody orders something from you, Etsy is going to collect that money, but you won't get it until the product ships. So let's say you have $100 and they buy something that costs you $15 to make. So Printify will automatically charge you $15, leaving you $85 in your bank account. And then as soon as this ships, you'll get your money from Etsy, and that'll go straight into your bank account. This means that you have an ever-flowing and increasing set of like stock money to use. We have like $400 cash on hand. We don't really touch it or anything. And that way, even if we have like a crazy good day, we'll always have the money in there. And it makes it very hands-off and makes it very simple to manage. Aside from that, if you had this, you could have this as like your personal bank account if you're just doing this not as like a company or anything, but just, as yourself. But what you'd want to do is you'd want to watch your bank balance like a hawk to make sure you always have the money. Because if Printify doesn't have the money to draw from your account, then it's either going to overdraft you or it's going to reject it on Printify, and you might not notice until after the set time expires on your Etsy order, because there's like a time limit of how long you have until you have to process everything. That's why I say go ahead and just set up a second bank account, put a little seed money in there, like $100. That'll cover you for a while. Aside from that, you can also use this bank account to do ads and things like that. Just if you do that, make sure you watch how much you spend on ads, especially things like Etsy ads. So once you get this set up, when you get your bank account, make sure you get both a checkbook and a debit card, because Etsy only lets you use your bank account information, and Printify only lets you use a debit card. So if you don't have both for that bank account, you won't be able to do this simplistic method. So a few things that you'll need to watch out for. This is our actual store on Etsy. If you're going to share your store, like on social media, like we do a lot of Twitter stuff, if you use this up here, it bypasses like 3 or 4% of the Etsy fee that really helps you with your profit margins. So I highly recommend going up here and getting this simplified link for your store. Aside from that, you've got all of your features up here. And you can also just go like all your listings. So anytime something gets published from your Printify store, it'll automatically post onto your Etsy store as long as you publish it here. The only things you'll really need to do is you'll want to go through and make sure that everything copied over perfectly. And you're going to want to go in and you're going to want to go to edit. And you're going to want to go down to your tags. Tags do not come over from Printify because there's no option in Printify currently to add tags. So this is something that you will have to do on your Etsy store. Um, as you can see, they're pretty. I mean, this is Sally the Salamander. She's like our best selling design. It's a pretty simple thing. You basically pick out 13 words, and there's websites that you can use to help you with your tags. And so, just do stuff like this. Go on there. And then what you're also going to want to do is make sure that it has the right shipping. It should automatically come over with the right one. And if you're not doing free shipping, which, like I said, you shouldn't, just leave it and it'll be good to go. You are welcome to like go in here. I could change this to like vinyl because this is a vinyl decal. I could put primary and secondary color depending on what you're doing. You could also do like, category and stuff. There's lots of small things you can do that we haven't really seen very much of an impact on. But that's the main stuff that you'll have to do over here. Now, another thing is if you are starting an Etsy store, try to get Star Seller. Basically, what you do is keep an eye on your messages. Make sure that if somebody sends you something, question, or like a comment about your stuff, that you go in there and you actively like correspond with them. As you can see, we answer all of our messages. We have a really good average rating, and we always ship on time because the Printify people we use, we know we can trust, which is a big deal. If you're using like 4 or 5 different providers, there's a chance that one of them might have a bad week and just tank you. So we use like Monster Digital and Spoke, and we don't really do much else. We're real careful about that. When it comes to your ratings, sometimes you're going to get screwed. Like we had a guy who bought 10 different stickers and gave us 4 stars on all of them. And so that just kind of ruined our rating. But as you can see, we're doing pretty good. Mostly 5 stars. And that's just something you can't control, and it really sucks. But just do your best on these 2, and hopefully you can keep this. Because getting Star Seller makes your listings a little bit better whenever they search for stuff. And also it gives you a nice badge that shows people that you actually care. Aside from that, if you go to integrations, you'll be able to see that there's like lots of things you can do to like link your Etsy to other things. Sadly, they took away the ability to do Pinterest, like direct posts and everything. But for right now, we mainly just stick with this, Twitter, some Instagram, and some TikTok. And it's working out really well. It's also, if you have anything important you want to say, make sure you put it on here. And make sure you come up with a nice little logo. Andrew came up with this nice little logo for us. And and put your contact information. So, if you have any items that you want to try to sell, so like we have these water bottles that we're trying out. We put them in our little featured items. We sold one. The person who bought it really likes it. That's nice. And then also I spent a bunch of time doing these phone cases that never really took off, but whatever. So that's just kind of an overview of using a Printify, getting started, and getting it linked up to your Etsy. All you're going to do, by the way, to get it set up to your Etsy is you go in here and you do like add a new store. So like that, and you'll click Etsy, and then it'll tell you exactly how to set up. Literally connect to Etsy right here. And it'll tell you what to put in on your Etsy page to make everything kosher. So it'll tell you what shipping address to use, what return address, any tax information or anything like that. It'll have all of this on there. And as you can see, it does the same thing for Shopify and TikTok US. So I highly recommend you look around for it. It's a great service. We love it. It's both Andrew and I are fathers with small children, and so we just don't have a lot of free time to like be printing up shirts on our own or making stickers. And yeah, it cuts down on the profit margin, but it's also just like we come up with a design, we advertise it, we sell it, and it just kind of is self-run. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or something you want me to cover in the next one, hit me up in the comments, and I'll do everything I can to explain things along. I hope you guys have a great night, and please like and subscribe if you want more stuff like this. I'll see you guys later.